Welcome to Bonus Action, a tabletop podcast. Join us on a Dungeons & Dragons journey through the maelstrom continent of Edax on the world of Coloria. Our daring adventurers will uncover the mysteries of the New World and reveal stories of their past. Let's meet the cast.
Hello, I'm Druten. I am playing Rizarin Inarek, the half-elf paladin.
Hi, my name's Eric. I'll be playing Bartleby Meriffindor, the human warlock, who's got a little bit of a secret behind him.
I'm Tim, and I'll be playing Vale Luckall, a failed wizard turned adventurer.
Hi, I'm Sean, playing Fenrir Oakenshield, a monk halfling who really wants to be a dwarf.
And I'm Rich, also known as Walnuts, and I will be the DM for all of you in my homebrew world of Coloria. And we're back!
Good night.
Good morrow. Yes?
No,
Maybe?
good night.
Good night?
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Yes. And then Eric's just not even paying attention.
I'm here.
He's already sleeping.
We're back. We're playing some bonus action, some D&D. Real quick before we get into it, just some little bit of housekeeping and whatnot. Be sure to subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/onequest. At the $5 tier, you get each episode the Friday before it goes free for everyone else. And at the $10 tier, generally once a month, you're going to get a full-on all 3 sessions, hours, whatever it is. Like all the recordings that we do in that month or in that time frame. So please help support us. The better you support us, the better we can set up and have better equipment. And I don't know. I'm just rambling now.
I think we should do it like a goal on there where like if we hit a certain number of subscribers, you pre-write these.
That's a thing.
Yes.
If Richie, or if we hit a certain amount of backers on Patreon,
Yeah.
we'll just have Richie stop introing.
Oh yeah, we'll offload that to someone.
That works.
Look, sometimes I ramble. It happens.
How's about some
I am. Trust me.
How's about some in-game rewards for us based on the number of Patreon?
I mean,
I like that.
I will give you guys a lightsaber if we can get 100 subscribers.
Oh
It's
man,
the like sun sword or
The
whatever?
sun sword.
Give me
yeah.
that.
I will give you guys one of them.
Yeah,
that
I
you
need
have
it.
to.
That's for me.
We
we'll
will
cut it in 4 pieces to make it fair.
We'll do a one-shot episode of a battle royale, and the winner gets that weapon to use in the final fight of the campaign.
It's definitely
All right.
not
I
gonna be
surrender.
Sounds like I get it.
I surrender right away.
Yeah, that seems very unfair.
No, you have to team up with me so that we can defeat him. So
That's
I can get a
true.
cool sword.
And then we could duel at the end.
Alliances
I mean,
are
you
fine.
win.
What?
'Cause I'll
No,
just
I don't
roll
think so.
once.
Oh yeah, if you roll ones,
I'm gonna roll all once.
You're gonna slowly die to vicious mockery. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
very embarrassing.
It's really mean. Why would you make fun of me so much?
Why would you push disadvantage on him? He's already at disadvantage himself.
Oh yeah, did you have to roll twice every time to make sure you don't hit a 1?
Yeah.
Actually, I think I would win that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm definitely going to lose.
Well, I can't wait till level 5 when you have 2 Eldritch Blasts and you're still missing.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Anyway, welcome to Bonus Action, where we play Dungeons & Dragons. Last we played, you guys went into the mines, got a little bit lost because your leader doesn't know how to read a map.
I didn't know how to read this map.
Semantics.
It was dark in here.
You encountered a gelatinous cube.
He took my moonlit sword. I couldn't see.
Encountered a gelatinous cube and then successfully used your ice drums or ice barrels to attack and sort of trap some Durgar that were going up to attack the miners, essentially. And then you fought them in the seemingly longest battle we've ever had in D&D ever.
It was incredible.
That was very long.
Oh yeah, we can get it done in 10 minutes.
We're all stormtroopers, all of us.
And that's where we left off. So you guys had taken out these Durgar. One of your goblins are only like a scratch wound, a flesh wound. That's it. The rest of you didn't really take any damage because the Durgar also were missing the entire time. Again, the longest fight in D&D. What do you guys do now?
We move forward.
Yeah, I suppose we could just gather things. Do you think we can probably salvage those barrels?
Yeah, we could put the barrels back on the cart. I'll have some goblins do it.
Yeah. So as you get down there, roll an investigation.
Who? Me?
Whoever's looking for the barrels.
Probably me then. Or,
It's not me.
yeah, probably me. I'll have my bird help.
That just sounds beneath me, so.
Thanks, bird. Oh, wait, I'm going to re-roll that one, too.
Oh boy, you really do need to re-roll that one.
Yeah, it's to 1, I can re-roll it again, so. Plus whatever, so.
So
if that matters.
You head down to where you think you saw through your bird's eyes where the barrels hit the Duragar. You take a look around and you do see one of the barrels off to the side. The other one is on the other side. They like bumped and hit and knocked around. Pretty much I was just checking to see if that you lost any of the barrels. Even though they weren't damaged, one could have kept rolling. But you were able to find them both. And you load them back up onto your cart. Anything else you guys do with these Duragar that you fought or taken care of?
Shall we investigate bodies just in case there's anything useful?
Sure. If that's what you want.
I ask the one who has eyes that can see in the dark.
Oh, you want me to see if there's anything useful for you?
Yeah.
You got the lighty sword. Why can't you say?
Because, I mean, what if they're not dead and they, like, try to attack me or something?
All right, fine.
See?
Can I actually use that? What is that one dude's sword?
It's just a short sword.
Oh, okay.
It's essentially a short sword.
Can I have that?
Yeah, it is. It is more of a jagged, rugged looking short sword. It's about. It looks like a broadsword to him, but it'll look like a broadsword to you essentially, and it looks very rough on the edges. More honestly, I would say it
I was going to say, wouldn't it be a broadsword then in his hand?
Does it function as a short sword or not?
It functions as a short sword.
Okay, great.
But it's like it looks more like a torture short sword.
So I am nearby Rosarin, just like slightly behind him with the sword outstretched so that he gets the light of it just in case. But you know,
I mean, I got a 20 investigation check.
And so you're looking to see if they have anything on their packs or anything like that.
Yeah.
You do check around and fuss around. That you can find some strange colored mushrooms in their packs. A blue one and a yellow one are the colors of these mushrooms. You can also find some loose pieces of like unrefined gold. So it's like gold ore, essentially, that he just has in his pocket.
I mean, I'll take the ore.
Yeah.
Anybody want some drugs?
Drugs?
Anybody trying to do some shrooms?
Shrimps?
I'll take the shrooms.
Oh, man. Shrooms.
That's never going away.
No, never. But yeah, you have these mushrooms.
I mean, if you guys want them here, I don't want them.
I'll take them.
Like,
I'll put them in the
I was
pocket.
going to say I could take like what check would be used to see if they're anything.
Probably more of a nature check.
I'll do a nature check on them.
All right, do a nature check on them.
It's an incredible roll.
Mhm.
It's an 8.
They're mushrooms.
Great.
They're definitely mushrooms.
Sure. Fail. You might want to put these in your pack just in case they might be useful at some
Can I
point.
eat them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I
Thank you.
strongly encourage it.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Both at the same time?
Maybe.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
I'll put them in the bag.
Okay. All right. You then start
They
to
seem totally safe.
you start to head.
I trust you completely.
Head further into, and you start to travel further down this tunnel system. And as you the deeper you delve, the longer the day's travel, you actually do start to notice here and there maybe some bioluminescent mushrooms growing out from the ground. Mostly purple that you're seeing right now. Just mostly some purple mushrooms. They glow a bit. It's very refreshing for the three of you that don't have dark vision, because although it's still very dim, it does help with like knowing that you are actually moving. and you can maybe put the sword away, and you can just see that you're moving past it. So you still need the sword to see for sure, though.
Do those mushrooms look the same or different?
Coloration, they're purple instead of the other ones were blue and yellow that you had. But they just look like generic mushrooms.
Okay.
Like, as dumb as it sounds in my head, I'm envisioning. Have you played Valheim?
Yes.
The mushrooms in Valheim is
Oh,
like
okay.
the yellow ones, but they're just different colors of those.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I'm envisioning right now when I thought of this.
As a test, I pick one to see if it loses its luminescence.
Does start to lose its luminescence.
Okay.
And if you hold it for a while, after about 10 to 15 minutes, it is no longer luminescent.
Wait, I have a great idea. I'm going to take one of the 2 mushrooms I got and give it to a goblin.
Okay. Which one?
One of the generic goblins that's right next to me is like, here, we found these. Want to try eating it?
No, which mushroom?
Oh,
You got a blue, a yellow, and now a purple if you pick one of the purples.
oh wait, hold on.
There's plenty of purple. Let's waste the purple
Let's do
first.
the purple. Let's use one of the purple, yeah.
Okay.
We can always just pick more purple.
He kills over and dies. Immediately.
Well, we're not eating those.
These are very edible.
So
Please eat the purple ones.
you feed the goblin,
But it
one of
does
the
glow.
goblins. Do you give it to like the chief goblin or just one of the
No,
foot soldiers?
just one of the foot soldiers. No.
So you give it to the you give the purple mushroom to the chief goblin or one of the goblins, and he grabs it and looks.
Yeah.
Takes a big bite out of it. This is good. This is tasty, and just he eats it all, and it's fine.
Okay.
100% fine.
Document and observe.
Yep. I make a note in my book. I also draw that specific mushroom to have that note.
Yeah.
All right. And as you pass by more purple mushrooms as you're going down, but you continue to travel for.
I forage a couple.
Okay.
Just in case everything turns out well.
All right. You travel for what feels like the rest of the day. It's really hard to tell time down here. You don't see the sun. You don't see the stars. But you do start to feel the fatigue of traveling for an entire day, 2 battles, traveling through the jungle as well. And you just start to get a little tired and feel as maybe this is a good time to start to rest and set up a camp. Or do you guys want to push on? It's
I say we press on. I don't want to stay down here any longer than you do.
Would we be taking fatigue if we push?
You would eventually be, you would be taking fatigue.
Do not want to do
you
that.
You don't know how far you have to travel.
Yeah.
Right.
You just know you have to travel down here.
If we get to a clearing where it seems relatively safe and we'd be able to see where, if something was coming in both directions, I'm going to suggest.
Like an alcove. We
Yeah.
can find something.
Yeah, I'm going to suggest we take a break there.
After about a good half hour of traveling, you can find something that would be situated to where you'd have your back to a wall and it's fairly tucked away. It's not like the perfect thing, but you do find something pretty decently. And you're able to set up a nice underground camp. The works.
Fine.
The works.
Fine. Yes,
All
the
right.
same. The same.
Set up your alarms.
Uh-huh.
Unseen Servant helps everybody with all their stuff.
I have to keep asking, is it still a sound alarm?
Sure is. It's
All
sure
right.
a car alarm.
That
That's going to be real obnoxious in the cave.
Yeah, I was going to say, echo in that cave.
You all set up your camp.
we're coming.
Any sorts of discussions or things on your guys' mind as you're setting up camp or anything like that?
Do you attune the alarm to all the goblins too?
Yes, yeah, anybody.
Okay.
That is part of
whole
our
thing?
group.
Got it.
So is the alarm is just around you guys, but the goblins can come.
Yeah,
in
they
and-
can come and go, yeah.
Okay. Got it.
They have not tried to kill us yet. There are 30 of them, so it seems pretty safe.
Before we're all nodding off, I take a look at maybe Vale and I. We should check on our mushroom friend.
Yeah, we'll take a look. We could probably take a watch. It's not an awful idea.
All right. So are you two taking watch? And you're going to go?
Yeah,
check
we'll
on
take
the...
first watch and take a look at him.
All right. So you the others, Finner and Rosarin, you guys do anything else, or do you just nod off? You guys are tired.
I want to know what the plan is. Once we get down there, are we just attacking them? Are we going to try to be diplomatic about this?
I think we should scout ahead with somebody first, either you or maybe Houdini will go with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then we should reevaluate based on what we see. Because they have not been very diplomatic so far.
True. They've just attacked us.
Yeah. And if we can get the jump on them, might be a good idea.
We could just resort to aggressive
We can't just use
negotiations.
all the barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, we could just send the whole cart.
That is true.
We could.
All right. You go check on your goblin friend that you fed the purple mushroom. He's fine. He's walking around. He's like, it was really good. It was tasty, and I'm glad you guys gave it to me. I've seen a few more I've gathered and foraged. Usually we eat meats, but this is a nice substitute.
So I'm going to go to the goblin chief then after I hear that. And I'm going to be like, hey, these mushrooms seem safe to eat. So if you need to feed your people, this seems like a good opportunity for you guys.
And he looks around and sees us. We'll keep that in mind. We haven't seen any sort of meat to eat while we were coming down here. Let me do we have another one?
Yeah, I'll ask for one from Bartleby.
Yeah. So I take the nicest, plumpest one that I have and hand it over to the chief.
And it's one of the purples.
Yeah.
Okay. And the chief will go ahead and eat it. And you're right. I'll make sure they start gathering.
Yeah.
This is very different from what we're used to. A little less flavor, but it has the same texture as meat.
Yeah, we're here to help you guys out.
I appreciate it. And you hear him barking the orders. Look for the purple mushrooms. Look for the mushrooms. We'll eat those.
I'm still not eating them.
When we're away from him, hang back. I'm still not eating them either. I just want to use this as leverage.
Perfect. That's excellent. Great. Okay, good. Very good. I sense disappointment in Sean. Using these poor goblins as experiments.
I'm being fully corrupted. I'm a young, impressionable halfling. And the bad crowd.
Any other antics when it comes to the night before you guys just sit there and keep your watch with your friends? And
just keep the barrels frozen.
Mm-hmm. Keep the barrels frozen, check
Well, I guess in the morning I'll freeze them.
Yeah, you have to freeze them in the morning. Try a couple of times and whatnot.
Yep.
But they won't be thawed over the course. It's pretty chilly underground, I believe. It doesn't. No, it actually gets hotter the further deeper you go. But
it depends. It gets colder first before it gets hot.
But yeah, it's at the moment. It's kind of it's not gonna melt them quickly and immediately.
Cool.
But yeah, you have a restful night. You're sleeping on hard ground, but with your bed rolls, and if you had set up tents, you are comfortable.
They were set up for us.
Yeah, they were. Everything was set up. Do you cast the servant in the morning to
also clean everything up? Yep. And what I was going to say last camp too is I'm also going to have the first thing the servant does every morning is gather all of the salt and put it in the bag.
Okay.
So we can reuse the salt.
Yeah, it doesn't get all of the salt, but it gets there's going to be some small piles of it that is just
preserves what it can, which is
just to help with resources.
Yeah, and you all set up. You eat some food. Oops. Where is this at? Over the course of the night, you awaken and you look and you hear some of the goblins chattering and speaking and kind of shouting a bit.
Okay.
The chief walks over. He's like, "Did either of you see what happened?"
No. What happened?
No.
about 6 of my crew just choked and dropped dead.
Well, that's something new.
Huh.
And you didn't see anything? You didn't see anything come by?
No.
No.
Alright. Well.
Vale and I take a little catch each other's eyes.
Yep.
Whoops.
The one that you've fed the purple mushroom to and the captain,
Yeah, they're doing all right.
they're fine.
Okay.
Great.
Good.
But a good number of that, and you can look around, and some of them are seemingly feeling ill as well.
Okay, yeah. Can we go? Should we go observe one of the
Sick ones?
the sick or dead ones?
Yeah, can we, well, we're just going to take a quick walk if you don't mind keeping watch, Captain.
Yeah, great.
Sure.
So we head over to one of the
goblins as well?
one of the dead ones and just to kind of
do a medicine
investigate.
check.
Does anything look weird? Foam at the mouth.
Go ahead and do a medicine check.
All right.
Go for it. Help from Bird and me.
Sure.
Actually, Bird will stay with the captain. I'll help him out. Flying above the captain.
11.
Was that with the help?
Yeah.
You're not rolling anymore.
No.
It's time to set up spells that are only saving throws.
Basically. And 11.
You check the body and you look and you open the mouth and you make sure, and one of them you do recognize some what looks to be actual maybe strangle marks on them and some slight small scratch marks around the neck, but you can't really tell what actually happened.
On the outside?
On the outside.
Not
Not on the inside.
So this just doesn't look mushroom related.
It looks sort of mushroom related, like they were choking and they were trying to get their throat open.
Or there could have been some other creature that we could spin this.
So I think what we should say is we're not sure what the effects of the underground will do. The further down we get, the more likely we are for strange things to happen, things we're not used to.
Now you're paying attention. This is great. So,
I'm on board. Strangely enough, I'm starting to understand how you guys think.
excellent. So we can tell him that, it doesn't appear to have been any consumption, but mayhaps something happened.
I have an idea. If you back me up.
Yeah, it's sure. Yes. Just don't expect me to roll for it.
No. I've got you covered. I'll take the lead.
Okay.
All right, so we'll head back.
Mm-hmm. And you meet back up with
Yep.
these two and the captain as well, and they're the chief, and they're... Did you see anything weird? What did you figure out? Anything?
Saw some scratch marks around the goblin's neck. I'm not sure what the underground is having that's affecting our bodies. It might be something weird that the Dwergar are doing, and we should probably just be safe and eat and drink what we're used to, play it as safe as possible.
So the mushrooms are no-go or are good to go?
I think they might be good, but I think that we should hold off and eat what we're used to for now.
Okay. I'll make sure they know. And he settles up at this point now, 23. Yeah, because of 7. But now 23 goblins and himself. And they all pack up and get ready to go. Guys, all get ready.
Oh, it's all, the rest is over?
Huh?
The rest is over?
What do you mean the rest?
Oh, you said they're packing up. What are they?
Well, yeah, they're packing up all their stuff and getting ready. Yeah, it's the end of their long rest. So you guys got your long rest completed and everything.
Save those mushrooms. I have an idea.
Okay. Yeah. I have some.
And you start to easily, because there's only one path down. You're stuck in a circling tunnel or like a curving, winding tunnel. You start to head further down into the depths of these tunnels, and the glowing mushrooms that you were encountering before start to become a little bit more frequent.
Okay.
Start to also be very much larger
Okay.
and smaller. And the further and further you travel into them, you get more lush, like, pods of mushrooms to be noticed, where at one point you are able to sheath your Moonblade sword, and you can see fine.
It's not my Moonblade sword.
Well, it's what you
The
have
Moonblade
at the
sword
moment.
in which I'm borrowing.
Yeah. And you see all around you just many different colors. Specifically, you see green, blue, yellow, mostly purple, and then very rarely, but occasionally you'll see some reds.
Okay.
And it's just surrounding you all over the place.
I grab a bunch of each
Okay.
types
All right.
just to have.
All right. Do me a favor and roll a 10, a d10.
It's okay if you roll one on this
0.
one, I think.
You will be a 0.
9.
You're able to get a lot of the rest of them,
Mm-hmm.
but you're only able to get about 9 of the red ones. The red ones are very rare,
That's
but everything else you're able to get. Like, honestly, they're not heavy either. Could probably get at least 50 of each.
Just fill in a pouch with a bunch, just
with a
to
bunch.
keep
yeah.
and observe, etc.
You can. I'll pretty much say you can make up the number of however many of the rest that you pick up. It's just the red specifically only got 9.
Sure, that's fine.
And if the rest of you want to start picking these, you can also do the same. Roll a d10, see how many reds you get.
I think we're good for now.
All right.
I'm good, at least.
No, Fenrir wants some.
I'm gonna get some because I want to give them to the apothecary or whatever.
Yep.
That's
I got a 9.
Not what I'm doing.
You got a 9. You also get 9 reds, and then you can get a handful of the rest of them as well.
If we want this many,
Mushrooms
then I
are
will
beneath
roll.
Rizarian. He won't conquer them.
I have no use for them.
Yeah.
And as far as we know,
I got one. I got one of them.
Oh, I see
Typical.
these two guys.
I was late to the game.
They picked a lot of the red ones around in the general area. You were only really able to find one.
I'll get some guys.
I got
Run
one.
off in the wrong direction.
I run back up.
But do you just get the reds, or you just get a handful of the rest of them as well?
I'll get a handful of the rest
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
Right, and you just leave it Rizarian.
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
as far as we know, we don't 100% know these aren't poisonous or whatever.
we absolutely do not know that they're not poisonous, but I have observed that they might be.
I will whisper to Zarin, I'm very confident that at least one of these is poisonous.
Yes. Which could prove useful later on. So,
As you continue to travel down further, you are completely surrounded by mushrooms all over, and you enter into an open cavern system, big, rounded out, like dome-like, still natural and not man-made at all. But it's just a huge open cavern of just mushrooms that are as tall as trees or taller, some that are just normal, smaller sized mushrooms, all similar colors to the ones you've already encountered. No real anomalies besides those, but there are no real evidence of Dorgar around besides the footprints that you have been tracking coming through this area. And you do see, on the occasionally, Fenrir, you would see this, some of the footprints do deviate off to some of the bushels of mushrooms to gather and grab some. Eventually, as you go further into the mushroom forests, you see an opening in a clearing, and there is standing roughly 20 to 25 feet tall, maybe even taller, it's hard to tell in here, a glowing rainbow colored mushroom. The colors shimmer and shine and sort of seemingly change as you're looking at it. The cap of the mushroom seems to cover the majority of the canopy and is about 60 to 70 feet wide. And the stem itself looks to be about 15 feet wide and thick as it goes up to 20 to 30 feet.
should we chop it down?
No.
Is this the only one? So I have
But
another
no.
I have another idea. Can I pull the group together?
Sure.
Sidebar. So I have an idea here on how we can keep these goblins for use. I think that it would be beneficial for them if they got meat delivered to them, and it would be beneficial for us if they farmed these mushrooms and we could use them in the with the apothecaries back at the town. Because I'm sure some of these have healing properties. I'm pretty sure some of them have some sort of poisoning property. We might be able to use that. We would just need to talk them into staying down here. But then they also don't go back up, and they don't bother the mines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just an idea. Yeah.
Yeah, an idea for
Yeah. So you just bypass this large cat mushroom?
Can I eat some of it?
I was told not to chop it down, so
Go for it.
You never were told not to chop it down. You just-
that my group said no, we're not going to chop it down. We're boring
We're not going to chop it down.
Right now.
yet.
Yeah.
But what if we never come back here? Okay,
What
if we miss the opportunity?
What are we going to
Okay?
go out the other side of the cave?
Yeah,
Maybe, but
that's how these games always work. There's always another side.
There's
of the
always backtracking, though.
cave. No.
do you
This
think
isn't
there's
Metroid?
Do you think
This
there's
is not
something we can
Metroid.
interact with at the end that'll teleport us back to the entrance?
Yeah. No, there's conveniently an exit to the cave
Yeah.
on the other end of the cave that takes you outside into a place in which
Yeah.
you can't normally
Directly
access
back
from
into
the
the town.
outside.
Yeah.
No.
Or you
It's just
wouldn't
way
have
up on
seen
the
it.
mountain.
It's
but
like underwater or something.
yeah, it's a space that you normally never
The
get.
further
back
down
up.
you reach, you're at about floor 50 in Diablo 1. There's now a crevice
There's
next
only
to the
15 floors in Diablo 1, a-hole.
Fuck off.
No, this guy's never even played Diablo 1.
So when you get to hell, it's only like the 15th floor?
yes.
Bullshit.
Actually, hell's less than that. Hell's what, like 13?
12.
12?
That's
Yeah.
pretty embarrassing, honestly.
There are 4 levels. There are 4 floors each.
It's
So
the
hell is
the
14 through
cathedral,
16.
the tunnels, something, and then
But-
hell. I forget.
But when you reach floor 12, there's now magically a crevice that leads right to hell.
Crevasse, and it opens
Yeah,
up.
that's what's going to
It's
happen
your
in
shortcut.
Shellpoint.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
You just have
you'll be fine.
A crevasse thing.
I
Fine.
just want to touch the magic dongle at the end and go back to the front.
So look, I mean, I'm completely curious of this thing. You know, I'm not getting any buzzing from my coin, so you know, it seems all right. If you know, if I touch the mushroom, anything happening?
So you approach the mushroom and go
Yes.
under the cap. Do all of you do that? Or is
There's
it
a
just-
0% chance I'm doing that.
Okay. do you go up to it?
Yes.
And
Yeah, I'll go up to it.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I am definitely intrigued by this thing. I thought about immediate cut it down,
See,
but what are we doing with it?
conquer it. That's what we do with it.
This is like, I mean,
Yeah, but we could also conquer it later.
But we can conquer it now and make the goblins carry it.
it'll fall on all of you and kill you.
We'll be
That's probably
fine.
true.
It's a mushroom. I touch it.
All right. As you approach,
Nope. I touch it.
as you
Oh
approach,
my god.
87% of the other goblins, which I don't know what 87% of
Oh my God.
23 is. So let's just go with 15.
Did the chief hang
like
back or
it's-
go under?
Close enough.
A high or low?
Low.
As 12 is high, the chief
Okay.
is joining us. He's part of the, what did I say, 15? That's that
What do we all catch its glow and go?
you walk under the cap of the mushroom and you see the gills of it waving just a little bit as you go closer. You do touch the base, the stem,
the poppy fields.
and
What could
and
all
these
these spores,
spores
do? That could be
start
raw.
to not surround you, but have been dropping heavier as you were walking under. And I need
This is a great trap.
all of you that walked under this mushroom to roll a Constitution saving throw.
It's a very good trap.
What'd you get?
4.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
I got a nat 20, baby.
You're
Come
good.
on.
Oh wait, hold on. We long rested, right?
We did long
Yeah.
rest, yes.
Give me a moment. He might not have a 4, unless you want the 4. But we'll probably see what happens with the goblins anyways, so. Do you want a 17? Or do you want a 13? What will get you to a 15?
The 13 would get me to a 15.
Let's do that. We did, in fact, long rest, correct?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
do that.
So you're still at a 9?
Yeah.
And you're at a what? 15 now?
Yeah.
You started it, so
And-
you keep your 9.
It's fine.
And you're a natural 20.
Natural 20.
And let's go with 30% of 15 would be what?
6.
6?
5.
Yeah, 5.
It'd be slightly less
Yeah.
than 5. So
Essentially
round it up.
5.
Yeah, sorry, I
So-
said 18 was... Anyway, it's fine.
Let's do
We'll go with yours.
8. So 30%. I'm going to say 30% succeed. The other 60% fail because I rolled a failing roll on that. So 5 of the goblins, as they enter in, they start to inhale and they choke a little bit with the spores. And both of you who rolled less than a natural 20 also start to cough, and you start to see very bright colors. Things start to wave and shake.
Mm-hmm.
And move around, and you start to also hear some screaming. You, because you never went underneath,
Yep.
you're far back enough. You see the 10 goblins that are under the effect start to like freak out and scream and shout. And also you, Fenrir, you notice this, and they look over at each other and they start to attack each other.
Nice. Nice.
I need
Come
to
back.
I need to ask. This was asked earlier and was not given an answer. Rosarin, what is your biggest fear?
I don't know.
Immune to the effect.
Actual legit question. What is happening? Because I am immune to disease. All disease.
not a
It's
disease.
just not
Not
a
a
disease.
disease.
It's a hallucination.
Okay.
Psychedelic
That-
hallucination, bro.
You are now, and I will, as you try to consider your biggest fear, I'll go into
Yeah.
Bart.
Yeah.
Bartleby, as you inhale and start to breathe and cough this, you look over towards your friend Rosarin and Fenrir,
Mhm.
and you start to see both of them take the form of this
disease.
ghost-like feminine creature. Longer fingernails and long, think Slender Man,
Mm-hmm.
but feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Long dark hair, maybe a little Samara-esque with the ring,
Yeah.
staring, and you've got your pen, your it's a coin, right?
Yeah, it's coin
the
pendant
coin
thing.
hanging on a chain across her neck, and
Okay.
you see 2 of them.
Yep.
And then you see a bunch more attacking each other.
Okay.
Also with its charm, because you're half elf.
And you just start to notice someone whom you've never seen before, but in the back of your head, you know who this is.
Mhm.
You know that they want something from you.
Mhm.
And you just start to hear, give us the power. We want the power. Bring us where we want to go.
I full on Thor scream.
Okay. Gotcha.
Just just completely losing it.
Fenrir, you see Bartleby just start to scream. Do you drop to your knees and anything, or you just start screaming and yelling?
No, I'm just
Okay.
terrified, screaming.
Rosarin, you are on a battlefield. And all around you, there's destruction and mayhem, and this is normally something that you're excited to see.
Mm-hmm.
So you get excited
But you
for
look
a second.
at your banner. On the armor that you're wearing, the banner, the crest of your god.
Mm-hmm.
And you look around, and none of the soldiers closing in on you is of that banner.
Mm-hmm.
You look behind you, and you have a sense of, I was in charge. I was the lead. I was the one taking care of this. This was my conquest. And my soldiers all fell. And then you look back and you see a castle. And you think about this castle for just a moment. And you think that's your castle. That's what you owned. And this army is closing in on you. This conquest is conquering you. And you see all of these other warriors just closing in on you. Trying to conquer you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you react?
I mean, I'm not going down without a fight.
And so they were all closing in. They're now just standing. You see actually a few kind of bumping into each other. You see one screaming and yelling. What are you doing, Fenrir?
I'm gonna back up slowly towards Vale, just like watching all of this unfold and like, because I don't know, because nothing happened to me, so there's no way I can know that this is the mushroom's fault. I'm just seeing a bunch of people freak out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just slowly back up towards Vale, who's the only other person acting normal right now.
There's a couple goblins who are normal.
There's a couple of goblins who
But not
are
their
the
chief,
of
so-
the five that over the course of this time of you seeing the screaming and the yelling, the five that seemed normal and to not attack were a few were attacked and two were able to get out. The other three looked to have been taken out, and the rest of the goblins that were under there were attacking each other as well.
I'm going to put my shirt over my nose.
Okay, smart.
You will see that.
And you start to back up,
Yeah.
and you see the woman.
Mm-hmm.
One is backing away.
Mm-hmm.
One is just standing there.
Mhm.
You see these soldiers. One is backing away. One is shouting in fear. And I feel like fear, right?
I mean, I'm screaming in fear.
Yeah.
Would he be seeing fear
He'd
is the question,
be
I guess.
seeing screaming in rage, possibly.
Yeah, he might
and
interpret
anger.
it differently.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys? What do you guys do?
I mean, he said he's not going down with a fight. Did you draw a weapon?
Yeah, I would pull out my sword
Okay.
and then use my channel divinity to force everything within 30 feet of me to make a wisdom save.
So you see your blade apparate in the hands
Mhm.
of one of the women.
Mhm.
And you let out your channel divinity is like a battle cry, essentially,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And she lets out a scream. I need the two of you to do wisdom saving throws.
$12.
What's your save?
13.
Son of a bitch.
5.
You are frightened?
Yes,
You
for
are-
1 minute.
You are both frightened.
Because we can't get close
Oh,
to
wait.
him, right?
I might have. Hold on.
I was
I
already
think
frightened.
it's-
I have
so-
advantage on saves versus frightened.
Go ahead and roll that.
Alright, I got a 19 that time.
Okay, so you are not frightened, but you can openly see now. Bartleby, his scream was in fear, and now he just. Is it wrong if I say that you start to pee your pants?
I'm not going to pee my pants.
Gonna
You
poop
are
his
double
pants.
scared now.
I'm scared, yes, but I'm not going to pee my pants. I can
Okay.
hold my urine.
You can see him start to tremble more.
At this point, yeah, I mean, if I'm screaming and I see her draw a weapon,
Draw your
shout,
weapon.
yes, and shout. I mean, I already know she's giving me everything that I have. So, no, I'm not going to pee my pants. That's a little much.
Mhm.
Come on.
But you are now.
I am
You are
going
you
to
are.
react.
And how do you react?
Well, I can't get close. I know I can't get close.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to get close anyway, so I'm going to do what I usually do. Fire off an Eldritch Blast and run away.
Okay. You have disadvantage because you're frightened, and you're frightened of her.
That is on brand.
Okay. Also hexing. All right, I'm doing it all.
Yep.
Okay.
And what is the ability check that she has to she has disadvantage on.
Wisdom.
Keep that in mind. That you have disadvantage on wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
This one. So. 15.
Nope.
But it definitely hits. Just throwing it out there.
It hits her. It does. It hits you. You don't feel it. It's just, it hits the middle of your armor. And you see her just not react to this Eldritch Blast.
Totally expected. I run.
Right in the middle, and you just run back 30 feet.
Yep.
I'm going to tackle Bartleby.
Mm-hmm.
Because all I've seen now is that he just attacked Zarin.
Yes.
And that's it. So I'm going to tackle him.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
How far into the mushroom are they? Like, how many feet does it take to get out of it?
So they were at the stem.
Okay.
And it is about 60 to 70 feet, and he just moved 30 feet back, and you booked it, and so you have 35 feet movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to, let's do a strength check to see if you're able to tackle him and try to get him to the ground, or at least grapple and hold him.
Alright. 18 plus 0.
Dex or strength save to see if you can break that.
Sorry, it takes a minute. God damn it. Dex was a 6. 3 plus 3.
So you see the woman come and just go. She looks not the height that you were expecting her to be.
Yeah.
And come and she wraps her long, strange, gangly nails and arms around your legs and pulls you.
This is frightening. Can I hellish rebuke?
It's not an attack. It's a hellish rebuke. It's a reaction. What's the words on hellish rebuke?
Make me swipe 3 times. Here we go.
I think it's to taking damage, but I don't.
One reaction, which you take in response to being damaged by a creature.
Yes, it's not damage.
Never mind.
But you see now 2 of these.
Oh, I'm running at the one that just shot at me.
Yeah, and
Wall goes up.
and you, huh?
Silent image. Wall goes up
A wall goes up
Yep.
in front of.
around you, and then a path leading out away from the mushroom. That's the only way that you can get out from the wall.
From him?
Yep. So investigation check opposed to my spell save DC, which is a 13.
It's not something I thought about.
You wouldn't.
He is hallucinating, so he's seeing.
More likely to be.
I'm trying to think if I roll an Arcana.
Okay.
I want to see if your magic is stronger than the hallucination.
It's a 17.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so you start to run towards the one that shot you in the chest with a blast. And you see another one go towards it to go to grab it. And the one that you were chasing after, you thought that it had the banner of the enemy colors, but now it has the banner of your colors. But all of a sudden, just a wall forms in front of you. And you take a look around, and there's a path leading over towards... Is it leading directly towards you?
Directly towards me, away from the mushroom. I'm going to back away towards the wall, and I'm going to sit down Indian style and wait. When he gets to the end of the path of the wall, I'm moving the wall up.
Okay.
So
And
it's like an endless path until he gets to me.
You see one of these.
And I'm going to try and make myself look as, like, surrender, and I'm not going to do anything as possible.
Yeah, one of these armored conquering figures all the way down this path that has now just formed around you.
Run down that path
All right. So are you going to dash?
Full sprint.
Full sprint.
Yes.
All right. What's your movement is 30?
Yeah.
All right. So you're able to get 60 feet. You're still just under the mushroom, but you do see this this assailant ahead of you, probably another 20, 25 feet.
Sitting Indian style on the
Sitting
ground.
crisscross applesauce
Yes.
on the ground.
Indian style. Was too old for that crisscross shit.
Who? See, so you tackled, you did that, you chased back onto Bart. You are now tackled by the woman.
Boy. So, I mean, all I can really do is try to break free. But in this moment, you know, being overcome with the fear and everything, I am going to just shout out, like, why me? What do you want? As I try to break free.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Roll strength or dex to try to break free. And I believe that's going to be against, it's a roll off basically. Okay. So you use strength, I believe you use strength to hold on, but he gets to pick to break free.
Yeah, 15.
15, got it.
Okay. I got 15 also.
What did you use?
Dex.
What did you use?
Strength.
I don't know how to resolve that.
Well, mine was a straight 15.
It's a straight 15?
Yeah.
Mine's 12 plus 3.
So then it would be modifiers versus modifiers, which yours is plus 0, his is plus 3. So you're able to break free.
Cool.
You're able to, and like he actually kicks you off him. Not doing damage or anything, but kicks you and knocks you back. And do you keep running
yes.
in the direction that you were running?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I'm away from him. So
you get another 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Fenrir.
I guess away from him, but also not at the wall that went up around him. So
yeah. So the wall, the way I'm envisioning it, the wall is like you guys are kind of running parallel of each other at this
all
point.
the other goblins at this point appear as
her, but
so
they're still back.
Whatever I can away from all of that.
They're attacking. So the ones that went under are attacking each other. There was 23 left. 15 went in. 2 were able to get out. So that's 9 now.
Yeah.
So there are 2 that you look back and there's the smaller woman plus 2 other smaller women not coming toward
under
like
different circumstances.
But you're able to get 30 feet away and you do start to see some of the women in your sight. Like are they you don't know what's in front of you. It's hard to tell what's in front of you. That was you, Fenrir. Are you gonna go and what are you gonna do? You see Bart just running away from you.
Is he running?
He's
away
running
from the center of the mushroom. Like, is he running out of the mushroom's radius?
Yes, he's about another 10 or so feet away from the exterior of the mushroom as well, because he had used his action to break your grapple, so he only got 30 feet instead of 60.
I'm gonna make my way towards Vale and kind of post up next to her, just because she's prone.
Yeah.
And all I've seen is people attacking each other, so I'm going to get next to her and ready to, like, I guess ready an attack in case she gets attacked.
Yep. That'll bring us to Val. You're gonna keep the wall coming towards you from Zarin?
So the one thing I would say is the only time that will change is if he gets out of the spore distance and gets up to me. In which case, I'm going to make myself look like a helpless little girl.
Okay.
Through the illusion.
All right. So there is still this
as myself,
one enemy.
Like just myself. I'm going to make it look like myself sitting on the ground.
Okay. There's this one enemy in front of you, and you just keep going. This wall is continuing to form around you. You are, 25 feet back. You can dash to get to them. You won't be able to attack until next turn.
Yeah.
All right. At the end of your turn, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Because you are now outside of...
21.
you reach this figure and you pull your blade ready to attack, and your eyes clear up and fog away, and you just see Val right at your feet. Right there.
He still swings, right?
No, but if I hadn't passed that, I sure as hell was.
It would have been next round you would have done it, and it's at the end of your turn. It's a saving throw at the end of your turn after you leave the mushroom. That brings us back to Bart. You see there's still some of the women behind you. There's scattered at a distance away from you. You kind of see them ahead of you, but it's hard to make out. Do you keep running in that direction?
Whatever the nearest lady figure is gets an Eldritch Blast, and then I continue to just book it away from them as best I can.
So roll an Eldritch Blast attack. You're still frightened because is there a save for your frightened every round?
Yeah, at the end of every round.
Do two wisdom saving throw to see if you saved from your frightened from Rosarin. I think it's 1 or 2 rounds that happened. I think it's 1 round that happened since you feared him.
A 2 and then a 19. So
those are your wisdoms.
Yeah.
So the 19 would save from it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have disadvantage from the attack. Well, you actually wouldn't have seen him because he was in the illusion, but still. You're good.
So then my attack on my Eldritch Blast is a 22.
Roll to hit.
That was my hit.
The one time
No, or roll for damage, I mean.
An 11.
An 11?
Yeah.
You all see Bart throw an Eldritch Blast at a goblin and knocks it back. One of the two that were coming towards you guys knocks it back, and it drops a couple of feet. There's still one behind you. The one that you attacked disapparates and disappears, but there's still the one behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You continue to run outside.
Yeah, I just run away from it.
You get about 20 feet outside from the cap of the mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
$14.
You still see all of them.
Good.
Still out there.
Good.
It goes...
I already asked what do you want from me, didn't answer back, so I'm not going to ask again.
Fenrir.
So, I see... So Rosarin has chilled.
Mm-hmm. You see him, pull his blade out and then just kind of loosen as he sees Val. And you see Bart throw a blast at the goblin.
And he's outside of the...
He's out from underneath the mushroom, yes.
All right. I don't know what to do. I think I'll go over to Bartleby and just put my arm on his shoulder and be like, calm down.
You calm down!
You just need to chill. Okay. You can do that for sure. You look behind you, or you look to your side, and one of the women closes in and just touches you.
Mm-hmm.
Bring us to where we want to go.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Val.
Mm-hmm. What's up with the chief right now?
The chief is still under and sees the rest of you and just shouts, "These damn beasts! These thunder creatures!
Wall up.
They're all over!"
Wall to him, doing the same thing.
Just leading directly to you, and he can't. And he's gonna see you, and he's gonna start booking it, and he's gonna do his, I believe it's 25 feet movement, so 50 feet.
Yep.
He's gonna just chase after you. Rosarin, what do you do?
I act really confused about what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that it was the spores, if you ask.
Yeah, I'd ask, what are you doing just sitting here?
Not attacking people and trying to keep as many people from being hit as possible. I point at the mushroom and note the spores.
Okay.
And if I were you, if you don't mind helping, I would try to get as many of these goblins pacified as you can. Or not, whatever. So long as we get the chief out.
I'm going to cast command on the chief
Okay.
and say approach.
All right.
And he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
13, probably gonna fail. What's your save?
13.
I think he has a minus on wisdom.
So if he has a -1, he fails and has to...
Yep, -1.
Perfect.
All right. So he hears this and hears approach in his head. All he sees is Val right now because he's surrounded by a wall with the silent image. That ends your turn unless you're going to move anywhere.
I'm going to move so I'm like 10 feet out of the range of under the mushroom.
You're already about 20 feet out from under it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then just as long as I'm outside of the
Bart?
spores.
Yeah, no.
She touched you and was like, yes.
I don't know. I don't know how to. No. And I just Eldritch Blast
All right.
again.
Disadvantage because you're...
No. Swing my moonlight sword.
Okay.
Because I know that.
All right. I will say...
It is it's not a short sword, so it's a strength check.
Yeah. I will say as you pull out the moon blade, it does start to glow and your head, you get a bit of a reflection upon like what's going on. And, you see for just an instant, Fenrir right in front of you, but then it goes back to the woman.
It's a 13 is my roll.
What's your,
I have a 17.
and you see the woman just back away as you swing this lit up blade.
Mm-hmm.
And you should make it with some saving throw with advantage.
Oh, boop. Boop. 12.
Take a 17.
17 rolled.
Yeah, plus
So
mod.
that's an 18, 19 would be rolled then.
You,
Or with mods.
your eyes start to clear, and you think back to the fact that you didn't summon your weapon, and your connection with her, and you realize that you have friends. Friends, quotes.
Yeah.
And you look at the blade that you were kindly given to from Rosarin.
Oh yeah, totally.
And you see Fenrir right in front of you, and everything clears up, and you just see, you look back below the cap of the mushroom, and there are, at this point, let's go with a D4. My head was saying 3, and I was like, it's gonna be 3, and I rolled a 3. You see 3 goblins that are still entranced, you can believe, and hallucinating, as well as the chief himself. You don't actually see the chief, you see the wall again.
Yeah.
And they are all just standing there fighting at each other, and you look at Fenrir as you awaken and come out of your hallucinations.
Blinking a bit, look at him, look at the sword. No hard feelings, I hope.
None at all.
Good.
No harm, no foul.
Oh. Maybe next time.
And after you keep doing the wall thing with
When the chief's out of the zone, I'm hoping he is, I'm going to shoot it towards the tree. And I'm going to make it look like how they have described the Thunder Beast.
Okay.
As a 15 by 15 foot cube, essentially. So I'm going to max it out.
So the chief books it and approaches
to try to get him to like run away.
Approaches and comes out of the illusion and looks and turns and comes towards you, Rosarin, but is now out from underneath and uses its entire turn to run and charge, and is just furious at Rosarin and, I'll take back my land, you beast! The others see, go ahead and Now, your magic was already strong enough to break it. The others now see this beast, this thunder beast, and they all look at each other and then at the thunder beast and come running out, coming towards you guys. You guys do anything else?
As they run, I'm going to move it towards them and make it look like it's moving as it moves.
Okay. Makes sense. Do the rest of you do anything?
I back away from the whole thing as best I can, getting close to the group, especially Rosarin, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
So the goblin leader is next to Rosarin.
Yes. He's looking like he's going to attack Rosarin.
Alright, so I'm gonna go stand next to Rosarin and ready an attack if the goblin chief attacks Rosarin, I'm going to immediately attack the goblin chief.
Got it. Rosarin?
Does the Goblin Chief look like it took any sort of damage in all this?
No, he took no damage.
Okay.
You can actually see blood coming off his fingers. He dealt a decent amount of damage against the other goblins.
I'm just gonna basically prep myself to get hit.
Okay. So are you going to, do the dodge action?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Changing shape.
Alright. He is going to attack, so he goes and swings. He's not going to go into his frenzy and do 3 attacks. He's just going to do the 2. That is 18 plus 5 or a 17 plus 5, so that one hits. And that is a 16 plus 5 and a 9 plus... So the first one hits you for 7 damage across your shield, or your chest. You punch?
Yeah, I'm going to punch him.
Okay.
I'm not going to hit him with my thing. 9 plus 6, 15 to hit.
Okay. I believe that hits. Let's see. Goblin Chief. No, actually, that does not hit.
Okay. I'll just take the one swing at him, and then that's it.
And he will draw... 16. Yep. He breaks out of his stupor. So his eyes, you see, start to clear up as he finishes the attack and looks and sees that he actually got, your arm and such, Rosarin, and he... Apologies. That was... I don't know what the hell just happened there. And we will, for the sake of time mostly, the 3 that are left that are running, based on your illusion, they do come out, and they do exit, and...
If I have to wall them out, I will.
Yeah, you find a way to box them in. Mm-hmm. You're able to box them in and close them in to where they only see each other. And, evens, 1 attacks, one dies, odds, 1, they all live. Odd. So you hear some scuffle from within this hole, but after about a minute or so, they're like, what? That you hear them shouting and calling out, What's this? Why, what happened? Why are we here?
Wall down.
And they're all seemingly unsure and confused as you all are breaking from the hallucination of the rainbow mushroom. You all take a look around. And that's what we're going to call it for this time.
I still want to chop it down.
No?
Yes.
Well, you might want to, but please don't.
Let's see if you can stop me.
I'm kind of tiny.
That's going to be it for this session, most likely. Yeah, I don't think we have enough time to do another one. It's going to be it for this session and this week. I thank you all for coming and hanging out. Please come check us out on www.one-quest.com. You'll hear it all from Cobb, and check out our Patreon. Remember, $5 to get the show on Fridays, and $10 to get the show all at once.
It's every other Friday, man. Every other Friday.
Good morning.
Good morning.
He doesn't even know it yet.
Hi.
I can't believe this.
Patreon.com/OneQuest.
Yeah. Get it well taught.
If you would like to find more of our content, you can head over to www.one-quest.com, or you can always help us by supporting us at patreon.com/onequest. If you can't support us there with dollars, though, you can go to your favorite podcast platform, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, all those fun places. Rate us, review us, subscribe to us. Those things all help a whole bunch. You can also find us on social media. It's facebook.com/onequestonline or at @1_quest on Twitter and Instagram. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/onequestvideo, and you can always send us an email to social@one-quest.com.